What's up, guys? This is Zach with Custom Everything Channel. Back to you with some information on reloading shotgun shells. So far, I have not loaded anything yet. I'm waiting on my wads to get here. They should be here Tuesday or Wednesday of next week, or this coming week. First and foremost, I'm not sponsored by Winchester. I'm not sponsored by Hodgson. I'm not sponsored by Reload. This is just the research I've done for the best results. I'm going to start talking about with the AA by Winchester. These are the super handicap shells. The reason why I like these shells is because they're really thick. You can reload these multiple times, like a lot. I know somebody personally that he's reloaded one of these shells at least 10 times. No problem. Then you got the Winchester Super X and then the Winchester Universal. These are all okay. That's 90% of what I'm going to be reloading. But I'm going to start buying these. And after I shoot them, I'm going to reload them. Because of the plastic. I read on some forums online that some reloaders can't get the resizing ring to resize the brass or metal, whatever you want to call it. They are right to a certain point. Where is my resizing ring? Anyway, I'll do another video on that. But what I mean is that you want that resizing ring to be straight flush with the bottom of the lip right here. And I've noticed I'm having to come down on a couple of these like 3 times for it to get it to go all the way down. Some went just fine. Perfect, no problem. Some gave me trouble, so I had to pull down a couple of more. I've already reprimed all of these. I got bored, so that's what I did. But these resize just fine. They go down flush, flat, good to go. Like I said, all of these shells are perfectly fine to reload, but I'm not sure, since it's so thin, how many times you're going to get to reload it before it starts cracking right here, because it's so thin. Well, these boxes of shells, you can get 100 of them for like $20 at Walmart. Really, really cheap. These are $9 more. These are $29.98 for 100, but which you better, if you're going to get into reloading, spend your extra $9 on getting the AA Super Handicap, excuse me. Alright, movies out of the way. Well, that one just fell. Okay. Roll, hit the wall. You want to get, I got Winchester to match everything. But you want to get a W209 firing primer. You can get Chadette, but I'm going to go ahead and tell you, go to your local gun store, because the one where I'm from, these cost $3 for 100. I can get 1,000 for $29, or no, for $30. I can get 1,000 of these for $30. Alright. People say, go to ballisticproducts.com and get them cheaper, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, no, you're not getting it cheaper. Let me tell you why. This, along with the powder, is an explosive. Okay, there's a special charge called a hazmat charge. The hazmat charge is $33. Okay, that $23 primers for 1,000 primers on ballistic products, you're spending double. So you're spending $66. And the tax in on top of that. I think it's going to be like $71 for 1,000 primers. Why the hell do that and go to your local gun store and get them on the shelf? You ain't got to pay no hazmat. You ain't got to pay no fee. You just pay the tax on it. I got 500 of these for $18, I think. Roughly 18, 19 bucks, I think. Same with the gunpowder. Doesn't matter what brand you get. You can get red dot, green dot, top wad. You can get all of them. you're gonna have to pay that hazmat charge. They don't tell you that. They tell you just go order it, and you go to shipping and put all your information in. Oh, we're gonna have to add this $33 hazmat charge on top of your order. Next thing you know, you're trying to save money doing this, and technically you're not saving anything. So go to your local gun store. I guarantee you they'll have this a lot cheaper because you're not having to pay that hazmat, because the gun store has already paid that hazmat on it. See, when I first started going into this, I thought that they're gonna upcharge everything to get their money back. They don't. They don't care. You get what if it's there on the price, you just pay tax on it, and it's very cheap. This, on the other hand, I watch a guy says, "Oh, this right here is always on sale." I've went to 4 different gun stores around my area. HS6 is expensive. For a pound was $28 for just this right here. And all the other brands, Red Dot, Green Dot, they had a bunch of them. They're all around the same price. So, and I asked the guy, I said, I thought HS6 supposed to be cheaper. And he's like, no. He's like, actually, this is actually the most common gunpowder that most people use. So therefore, it's charged a little more. It's charged a little bit more for it. This was actually, I could have got top wad, same amount, for $31.99. It's actually more than this right here. So this is expensive, but I had to have it. And I'm waiting. My shot. I'm going to do 7.5 shot. Same thing that goes in all these. I read in the manual, you do want to try to match up as much as possible for the optimal performance of the shell. But some people, you can load whatever you want in them. I mean, it's up to you. But that's what I'm going to go back with. It's 7.5, 8 shot, whatever. So that's what I'm going to do. What else? What else is on the agenda that I want to tell y'all? In my first video I did, you'll see that the lighting is like horrible crap. It's really not the lighting, it was the filter that I used. But what I was trying to say is, see, here's the little trap door where your spent primers are popped out. Alright. I watch a guy on YouTube sometimes when he uploads videos. He had a little cubby hole that was made. You see how where you put your new primer in, how the body goes down into the set? He had a drawer that slid in and it fit around it perfectly, and it caught all of them in a little drawer, and he dumped them out. And I don't know if this was a different model or what, or if he had it specially made. I don't know. But that's what that is. That's what I was like, okay, I didn't get that. But what you need to do when you start, if you're skeptical on it, Bass Pro Shops has these for the same price online. I pay $70 for my machine, and it come with all the bushings. It come with everything you see everybody else have. It comes with it. Your loading bar, everything. I bought the last 12 gauge one they had on the shelf, so I'm like, yeah. What else? Another thing you need. I'm not recommending it. I'm not being sponsored by them, but if you're gonna do Winchester bullets, you have to get a 209 charger. HS6 is the most common that I've read for reloading shotgun shells, pistols, whatever. But a lot of people prefer Green Dot, which Green Dot you might not find at your local gun shop because it's kind of hard to keep. Bass Pros, a big place like it has it. It had green dot and red dot down there, but I wasn't gonna pay their price for it. For like, it was a 2-pound bottle, and they wanted like $42 for it. And I'm like, I ain't paying that. You want to start off, like I said, with a good shell. If you're gonna get spent shells already from your local gun store or gun range or whatever, you want a thick shell. I mean, all of these are reloadable. You can, yes, I'm not saying you can't do it. You can, but my personal opinion, I would start off with a thick shell, because you can get multiple reloads out of one. Let's see. And I want to show you a trick to get free shells. It might not work at every gun shop, but it works at mine. If you go in there and you spend some money, like whatever if you bought a gun or you bought bullets or whatever, and this one had a big 55-gallon drum of just spent shells, of 20 gauge, 16 gauge, 12 gauge, 14, I mean everything. You're gonna pick out the ones you want, and I think they were like 10 cents. Well, after I spent all that money in there today, he gave me a whole bag of them for free. I went out and picked all of these out of it that I found, me and my kids, and he just said, "Here, take them home. You're good." So that's a good trick to get free spent shells if you're not close to like a gun range. Now, some gun ranges, I've been told, I don't know how true it is, but I've been told they'll actually charge you for them too. If you're not like a member there, or if you don't go there and shoot or whatever, they will charge you for them. So, letting you know on that little deal too. But I will be back with another video as soon as my wads get here. So I can start showing you how to reload. And also, you want to get you a scale that weighs in grains. You want to make sure, you want to make damn sure for you loading one at your last station right here, that when you go to put your powder in, you want to make sure that the bushing for the powder weighs what you're wanting to put in your bullet, in your shell casing. You want to make sure it all weighs out right. So I would go ahead and get a scale that weighs in grains. Academy Sports and Outdoors, online only, I think it's an online only deal. You can get one by Hornady for like $15. So that's probably what I'm going to go with, because my local gun store, he wants like $50 for the same damn scale, and I'm not doing it. So I'm going to order me one here soon. You want to just have that on hand. Get you a manual. Get you a reloading manual. There's a couple of different ones out there. You just get the one that you trust. I got to get me a manual too, which my neighbor's got one. I think I can use his. But those are the ones you want to start with. You want to start off. I'm gonna go over it again. It doesn't have to be Winchester, but it just has to be a W209 Charger, primer, whatever. Do your research on powders you want. I did my research, the best research I can come up with. HS6 by Hydrogen. You want a thick shell. You can use these thinner shells, but I don't know how long they'll last. But you want a thick shell to start off with. Another thing, I'm on ballisticproducts.com that everybody swears by. You can get shells already made. Alright, on there. You can get them with the primers already, or you can get them just bare. But I've read on forums where people have spent a lot of money on empty 2 3/4 shells and get them to where they're like 1/8 of an inch too long, and they had to trim them off. They wouldn't quite 2 3/4 of what they needed. So you just got to be careful. If you get the ones with the primers, you're going to have to pay a hazmat charge because it's an explosive. So be aware. If your local gun store's got it, for a few dollars more, go ahead and spend that few dollars. Because I'm telling you, these people on there swears by this page. Yeah, they are cheap. You're exactly right. But if another thing about that website, the AA wads, they're always out of stock. They never got them. I emailed them. I really can't give you a definite answer on when we'll get some more in. Well, I've been following that page for, I know, 3 months, and they ain't got none in yet of the AA wads. Any style. It doesn't matter if it's a 1 ounce, 7/8 ounce, 1 and 5. It doesn't matter. They ain't got none of them. And, okay, here I am rambling again. Just be wary of the online quote-unquote deals, because I'm telling you, I was so excited to go on there and find 1,000 primers for $20 and then have to turn around and spend another $40 on a hazmat charge. Don't do it. Be wary. Alright, guys. Be good. Merry Christmas. Because I don't say Happy Holidays. I say Merry Christmas. If you don't like it, oh well. Safe and happy reloading. Remember, safety always comes first. So make sure you're getting your grains of powder correct, because you don't want that thing blowing up in your face, because then you won't have no more face. So alright, guys, y'all take it easy. Have a good day, have a good night, wherever you are in the world. Peace out.